Hello, everybody. This is Kevin. Welcome, Scribblers. Welcome Tuesday evening. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Welcome, welcome. Tonight, we're going to get into Talkable. So we're going to start showing you guys this product. I've actually used it a few times. I've actually had this kind of software before I had Talkable. Works very well. So welcome, welcome. Can everybody hear me okay? Just give a thumbs up or a yes. That would be great. Welcome, welcome. So like I said, tonight we are going to go through Talkable. Give it a few, it's just 6 o'clock, so we'll give it a few more minutes. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. So we'll get on to this here real quick. And I am going to just type into you guys. Welcome, Lynn. I appreciate that. No audio? Okay, hang on a sec, guys. Let me make sure my audio is working correctly. Let's make sure. Can everybody hear me okay? I have everything going. So no audio. Let's just see what we've got here. Should be working. It shows the microphone is working. Let's do a sound check. Testing, testing. Let's see what we've got. Testing, testing. Okay. You are using your speakers. Let's try this again. Let's see what we got. And we'll see if this finally starts working. Test, test, test. Okay, can you guys hear me now? I've got everything dialed in. It should be working. So let's try it. Let's try it again. I'm going to redo the button.
The broadcast is now starting.
Welcome,
All
everybody.
attendees are
This
in
is
listen-only
Kevin.
mode.
Can you guys hear me okay? Should be working now. I hope so. It's a wonderful Tuesday night. All right, people are here, it looks like. Fantastic. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. Had to hit a few more buttons there. It's amazing how savvy you think you are, and then really you come out stupid. So I had to reboot my microphone, but it's working now, so it's good. Thanks, Percy. I appreciate it. Tuesday. Here we go. We've got a lot of people coming aboard. We're going to give it some more time here. But welcome, Edine, Deborah, Frank, Gulepsi. I hope I said that right. Jerry, Lorraine, Lynn, John, Ben, Susan, Marianne. Hello, Nancy, Percy, of course, Sen, Will. God, there's too many to name. If I don't name it, please excuse me. There's so many. I get caught up there. From Italy. Wonderful. Wonderful. Beautiful Italy. Oh, you have a sore throat. I hope you feel better, Edine. Hope you feel better. You will. Think positive throat thoughts. Feel better. Feel better. From Kevin. Feel better. We'll be starting here pretty soon. More people still jumping aboard. As you guys can see the screen, it's we got Talkable here. So we're going to be jumping into that. We'll give people more time to jump in. And I don't know Talkable, 1,000%, but I can get through it. I can get through all these software programs. So it's kind of nice. As I go through, you guys will see it. And First thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to upload some content, and I'll explain that as we go forward here. I actually just took some content from the eBooks within Sqribble. I think you guys remember how I took content for pages as a test from last week. I'm going to do the same thing tonight for Talkable, which I've already done. So we'll get started with that in just a little bit. So Italy, what time is it in Italy, by the way? It must be, let me think. Wow, it's past midnight, I would think. So I didn't get that, but I'm sure it's late. I'm sure it's late. 5 minutes after midnight. 11:05. God, I love you guys. So it's 11 p.m. for Yvonne in Ireland. Gillespie, it's 5 minutes after the hour of midnight. Here, it's 5-6 minutes after it's 6 p.m. Sun's just still up for another hour and a half or so. So we got some dedicated people here. That's wonderful. I love that. We're just going to give it a few more minutes. People are still jumping aboard. People from all around the world. And we'll have to get some of the crew on here, Adil, in the near future, just to say hello. It's late for him too, and he works hard. I see all of his emails. It's a wonder he did the webinars for so long before I came in. I do appreciate him. He always sends out a lot of good stuff. I'm sure you guys get the emails. Okay, we're just going to give it another minute or so, and then we'll get started. Still people coming in, so we'll get it going here. While we're waiting, is there any major problem anybody's having? Well, not major, but is anybody stuck on anything that I can help you with? And if there is, if you guys need any help one-on-one, send me an email. I hope you guys have my email. If you don't, I'll put it back into the chat. But send me an email and say, Kevin, I need some help. And if it's something that I can just go in there and kind of give you some hints on, that would be great. I know people do ask me questions, and but I got so much going on. I will get to them, I promise. Whoever emailed me today, who was it that emailed me today and had a question? I got to remember. See a lot of people, more people coming in still. So give it a few more. Oh, Marianne, I think, was it you, Marianne, that had emailed me today? I think it was. And you had a question. I forgot what it was. I'd have to look at my email. Okay, a few more minutes, people. Come on. Come on in. Okay, everybody, we're going to get started. Like I said, this is Kevin. Welcome to the Sqribble call tonight. We are going to get into Talkable. Now, let's be patient here because I have to use my computer and I have to be able to load things as we're online. And remember what happened before. Sometimes it takes too much of the software and sometimes it'll freeze. If it does happen, I'll get back on immediately. I'm going to let it ride out and try to make sure this thing works. And yes, and I see some people are asking questions. No problem. Just email me and just email me tomorrow and we'll get on it editing. No problem. So we're going to get started right now. And I'm going to show you guys kind of where we're at here. The first thing on Talkable, of course, is we're going to do an audio ebook. And what's really cool about Talkable is I use another service, and I have for a long time, but I'm starting to get into Talkable. And it has many different voices, men, women, you name it, it has it. It actually has one of the same voices that I have in another program. And I think I said this before, one of the voices that we found out through testing of at least 100, 200 people, there was one voice that stood out that really outsold everything else. And I'll get to that voice tonight and let you guys know when you do get into Talkable, if you guys are doing audio ebooks, it's the voice I would use to start out, because we have tested it with hundreds of other people. I'm in another business, and a lot of people use this other voice as we go forward, but it works really well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I made a file, and I'm going to bring it over to the screen so you guys can see it. And I just named it Sqribble, Talkable. And I did it in different formats today. You can't upload text. As you guys can see, I'm going to say create audiobook. So watch this. Let's try this. And then I'm going to bring up. Let me make sure I bring up my document. Hang on. I'm going to pull that over just a little bit. There it is. Okay. It says upload a PDF, a doc, or docs. So I have all of them pretty much. I have the PDF, the doc, and the docs. So if you have Word, you know, of course, Word can do a doc and a docs, and it can do a PDF too. Text, it won't upload text because it needs that HTML. We can explain more of that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it over. Or it says upload. Let me see if I can drag it. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it will or not. So I'm going to just, I'm going to use the doc. Let's see if the doc works. And it didn't do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on it. And it's going to go to my desktop. And it's going to go to Sqribble. Let's see what we have here. I've got to find it. Here it is. And here it is right here. So I'm going to just upload the doc or the doc. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to upload it. Let's try that. Open. Okay, there we go. So now it's starting to upload. So we're going to give it a few seconds. And I like the talking ebooks, or the audio ebooks, I should call it. But I do like them. Okay, the title. I'm just going to name it. Let's just name it AI Learning. This is just an example. Author, I'm going to put myself, Kevin. And then I'm going to say, let's go. It still looks like it's uploading, so I'm going to give it a second. No, it looks like it's checked. It's got a green check mark, so let's just roll with it. So let's go. Let's do it. Okay, file uploaded successfully. You guys see that up here? Okay, here we are. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover page. Let's see what we got. That's the cover page, chapter 1. Okay, chapter 2. It's okay, chapter 3. And it did this for me automatically, you guys. I had the content only on one big page. So when we do this, it won't take much for you to experiment with to get going. But we want to make sure that we don't, when we start doing everything and when we start uploading it, you want to have your content as good as you possibly can. So I'm going to go through it real quick. I'm going to see what we have. It's called AI Learning, Kevin. So I'm going to go to chapter 1, page 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so it's page 1. That's what we got going. So right here, I got a few, and I borrowed this content. I took it from Sqribble, and I came through it, and I just uploaded it onto a doc format within Word. So here we go. I'm just going to read a little bit. A few weeks ago, I was watching my 7-year-old grandson, Joel, draw a picture. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Has a period. Commas are your friend in these audio ebook formats, or in these, I call this these talkables and these audio things. They're more AI. They really are AI driven. But you want to be careful with some of them, because if you have too many periods, like right here, it can do some pretty weird stuff. So I'm going to back it up and just give it. Let's just see what we had. Okay. He looked at me in all seriousness and said, I'm going to put a comma there. And then it says grandpa, comma. It doesn't matter. Okay. So it's going to read back to us to see exactly how it's working. Doesn't matter what you think. It's what the marketplace thinks that is important. Okay. Let me see. Could it be the marketplace? Okay. So this is part of it. So I'm going to go with this one. As a matter of fact, I think what I'll do, let me just try this. I'm going to try to put a little space in it. And we'll see where that goes. Because I'll play it back. I don't know if you guys will hear it, but at least if I record this, it should come back on the recording. So I just want to separate that a little bit, see how it looks. Let's see what chapters does. Okay, no, this is page 1, chapter 1. Let's see what page 2 looks like. Okay, big companies spend millions of dollars. Okay, go through it. Period. Here we go. Doesn't it make sense that before we ever spend a dime on any kind of product or development? Okay, it has the paragraph in there. We want to make sure it's spaced out really well. As you consider what lesson from a 7-year-old. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to cut it right here and go down because I like that. Okay, AdSense. Everything actually looks pretty good. Let me see what the chapters are doing here. Okay, chapter 1. Let me see what I can do. Let's add a chapter. Let's see if I can add a chapter. Let's go chapter 2. Because we only have one chapter, and it says from pages 2 to 3. That makes sense. Let's try that. Let's just see if that works. Chapter 2. Then I'm going to put AI program. So chapter 2 will be different. Now we're just experimenting here. So we're going to see exactly what it can do. But pages 2 to 3. So the first page we know was chapter 1. So we're going to try this because we only had 3 pages so far. And we're going to add to it. So chapter 2. Okay, let me see what I've got. And then I'm going to hit save. Saving. Hang on. Saved. Okay, now I'm going to go back to pages. And let's see what we have here. Okay, chapter 1. Okay, that shows the page. Everything's good there. Chapter 2. It worked. So chapter 2. Let's see what chapter 3 is. Okay, we're going to do another chapter. This was cool. I want to show you guys this. In chapter 1, if you remember, and it had page 1, 2, and 3. I created the chapter when I went to chapter 2, or when I went to this page 2, I said chapter, let's add a chapter. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try 3. I'm going to hit page 3, and we're going to try to add another chapter. And it worked. So I'm going to go chapter. I'm going to put, let's go to chapters. Okay, chapter 2. Okay. So what I did is I'm going to go back here, and I clicked on page 3. I uploaded, and it just had content. It had chapter 1, and it had pages 1, 2, 3. That was it. Now I'm kind of, I'm getting into it, and I'm adding chapters to it. So page 3, I'm clicked on. If I click on page 2, this is actually chapter 2, AI programming. And then page 3 is not on here. So I'm going to add this. And what I did is I clicked on chapters because I want to add it. Then I'm going to say up here, add. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go chapter 3. Pretty easy, actually. I kind of like it. Pretty cool. I never got into it this much. What I did actually is I watched some of Adil's trainings to kind of get an idea where it was going. And I learned enough to kind of see it. And Adil's trainings are great. So a lot of it that I don't show you here, go into the training, whatever you're in, it'll have the training, and just watch them. These videos were actually very short and sweet, so you guys could get into them and learn them very quick. So anyway, I put chapter 3, and what I'm doing on this, which is kind of different, instead of just saying chapter 3, I could actually put anything I want. I don't have to put chapter 3. I could just say AI is great, or AI, go for it, for chapter 3. I'm going to put smart and fast. I'm going to put that, and fast is what AI will do. Okay, let's just see if that works. Okay, page 3 through 3. So let's create that. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it did it. Now, if I want to edit this, I can, it looks like. So I can go back and I can edit the chapter and all that stuff. So that's fine. So we know what that worked, actually. It says exit. I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're right here right now. And I'm going to go to chapter 1. And I want to see something here. I want to see record yourself. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to use a voice. Upload audio file. Now, this is cool. So we're going to get more into this on another day. So an MP3, just so you guys know, is an audio file. MP3. An MP4, if you didn't know this, is an audio video. It's a video with, of course, audio. So an MP3, MP4, that's the standard that we all use. We have for many, many years. I just want you guys to know that. So I'm going to get into this, and let's look at voices. Let's see what we got. We're going to do some tests. And I'm going to ask you guys if you guys can hear this. So this is kind of cool. It's kind of going pretty fast. So let's just do a quick update here, how it actually worked again. So we had pages here. All we had when we first started, I uploaded the content. It was chapter 1 with pages 1, 2, 3. Then I went into it, and I went to page 2. I clicked on it. I said chapter, and then I did the add button here. I named it chapter 2 AI program, and then I hit save, just so you guys know. So you know the path more or less. So I don't think it's that difficult. Go back to pages. So we see here we got chapter 1, 2, and 3. So now let's try the voice. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to jump into voices. Okay, now we have English language and we have all different languages. Type, basic, standard. Now, if I remember this, yeah, we're going to go with the basic. WaveNet, I think, is more natural. Now, the reason I say natural, and if you guys see this, natural and basic, I think the basic is more robotic, it kind of sounds like a robot, if you know what I mean. But what's actually really wild is some of these other businesses and things that I've done. Some people were doing unbelievable money per day with advertising on YouTube. I'm not kidding you. They were doing 50K a day. Some of the guys I'm working with, 30 grand a day, and it would last 3 to 8 weeks. And then they would go in there and tweak it. And I did pretty good, but these guys were pros. They were consummate pros on YouTube doing 30 to 50K a day. And I'm going to show you what voice they use. We have the voice within here. Now, we can mess with it and we can do the pitch. We can do all that. So I'm not going to do that yet. But let's just see what we got here. I want to use English UK. This is the voice. Those darn British people, they have the best voice. That's what we found out. It actually does work much better with the British voice. And then the type, let's see. Let's do WaveNet. Let's see what it sounds like. Because these voices are so good, you can't even tell that that it's a robot, that it's AI. And this is AI. Now choose the voice, and I'm going to experiment a little bit. I think if I remember correctly on this program, Talkable, it is William. I think it is. But let's just try one real quick. And you got to remember, if you're saying it within your book, her, him, and then you have, say, a him, and you're doing a woman's voice, be careful. Because I saw that in some of the trainings. You got to make sure you're the third party, whatever you're speaking about is justified within your book. So anyway, I'm going to try Jennifer. No, I don't want to do that because I have to create the book. I want to test this. So let's see what I can do to test the voices here. I'm going to go straight to William. And then I'm going to enter, right here. Enter the example text right here. Okay, so I'm going to say, I really like Sqribble and all that it does. It is the very best ebook creator on the market. Okay, I want to just get a little taste here. Creator on, is it? Okay, they didn't give me so much space, so I'm going to back it up. So they stopped me cold right here. They won't let me do any more as the test. So you guys see here this box that I have right here. And then it says, I could create the ebook, but here is a test. So I'm going to try it. If you guys can hear this, let me know. I'm going to do whatever I can to see if it will work. Let's see. It's processing. I clicked on the play. Okay, here it is down here. It gave me a little box right here so I can test it. It says 5 seconds.
I really like Sqribble and all that it does. It is the very best ebook creator.
Okay, could you guys hear that at all? No, that was quick. Okay, I hope on the video that I play back, it will do it. Let me see if I can unplug. I'm going to unplug my headset just for a second. So if you guys, so it'll play through and maybe we'll do it. I'll turn up the volume. So hang on. You guys still hear me? Very faint. Very faint. Oh, you could hear. Okay, let me just see something here. Speakers, I'm going to turn them way up. Yes, you can. Okay, let's see this. Then tell me if you guys can hear this. Now my speakers were really tweaking there. Yes, it was muzzy here too. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's see what we got. But not clear. I know that was my speakers. I have to. Okay, could you guys hear that? Nope, couldn't hear that. Okay, that's because my speakers were just maxed out to the limit. Let me see what I got here. Let me see. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can do it one more time. Let's try it. Yeah, I'm going to keep trying. I don't think it's coming through at all, is it, folks? Is it coming through? No. Okay. I'm just going to plug the headset back in. Not clear. I understand. And that's the problem when you try to play back when you're doing recordings like webinars. You don't get everything within. So I'm hoping you guys can still hear me just fine. I'm sure you can. Okay, so that worked out pretty good, but I'm going to try something different just for a second. Okay, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to try another voice. So let me just see what I've got, how many voices. And we have English. Let's see how many languages we have here. Okay, so we have English in India, UK, US, and Australia. Let's try an Aussie. I want to just see, and I'm going to let you guys know, even though you guys can't hear it, I just want to see what the best voice is. Choose the type. I'm going to choose basic, and then I'm going to see if I can try that real quick. So let me just see. Test. Voice is required. Okay, choose the voice. I'm going to do Jennifer. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so I've got to reboot that. That actually played the same voice, but boy, did it sound good. It sounded really good that time. So the basic came out wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to, oh wow, now, okay, English Australia. Let me see if I have more of these. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, look at this, you guys. I had to scroll down with my arrow down. So we've got everything from German to Greek, India, Hindu, Hungarian, Icelandic. Oh boy, it just goes on. Italian. We have Italian. And we have an Italian here. So perfect. So this worked great. I just want to see if this will actually work. Let me just see. I'm going to test it one more time, and hopefully the video will play back when we do it. So voice, I'm going to choose a lady. I'm going to do basic. The basic worked really, really well. So I'm going to try Elizabeth. Let's just see if that works. Oh, restore default. Let me see. There we go. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to pick that. I'm actually going to see if I can just get anything to work here. Basic. I'm just going to pick somebody, Jennifer, and then let's just play it out real quick. Let's see. And then here we go. Okay, it tested it out. And like I said before, what I'm going to do is let you guys know right now, I would use English UK. This is just my opinion here because I've used this voice before, and I would choose the English and I would choose basic. Basic came out great, and then choose William. At least try that. It really seemed to work really, really well when I did it before, and that's what we're going to do. So, okay, so that worked good. So now we're going to jump right in to creating the audiobook. That's what I'm going to work on right now. So let's just do that. So when you guys get in here, I hope you saw how I did the pages. I created more chapters, which was really cool. Profile, let me just see what this profile does. Select audio profile. Nope, we don't need that. I'm going to keep it on settings. And we made the chapters ourselves. We were able to add, we were able to save, we were able to do all that. So now what I'm going to do is create the audio ebook. So let's watch this go. And it is pretty easy. I think it really is. It really is easy. Just remember, when you guys are into any software online, don't be afraid to push buttons. Don't. It should work. Okay, this is a conversion or reduced, blah, 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 3.94%. We all get a quota each month for this. And the reason is they get this service from Google, I think it is, and Google charges everybody in the world, but people can lease the license more or less. Okay, hang on a second. It says, please wait 4 seconds ago. So it's going to give it created. Okay, so we're going to see if it takes a little bit of time here. These are some of the other ones that I did. I was just messing around, but they seem to work pretty good. So we'll just give it a second here. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. How many of you have Talkable? Do very many of you have Talkable right now? Just give me a yes, yes, cool, cool. No, I do. Okay, cool. Thank you. And for those who don't, I would advise if you really want to get into it, audio ebooks are really good, especially people that are driving. I mean, think of YouTube. Basically, what YouTube really is an audio video ebook because all the videos, a lot of the videos, anywhere from a couple minutes to a couple hours. And I love YouTube because I go there to get so many different variables. I watch a lot of little shorts. I watch a lot of training, motivational stuff. But YouTube is the bomb. It really is so good. Haven't had, okay, let me see, over 4 months, right? Lots of back and forth. So you're, okay, great, Tracy. And Tracy, if you do need some help, just send it on to me and we'll figure it out. But I would use William. I would try basic and like I'm showing you here and then go from there. And tone down your volume because I'm seeing that if you tweak it up too high, your volume does go crazy. It'll work on your end, but like you guys can't hear it right now, but just tweak the volume. I think that's part of it. Okay, so it says red date. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to listen to it just to see, and I'm hoping that the playback you guys will be able to hear. That's my hope, and I will check it tonight after I upload. So I'm going to play it right now, and you guys may not be able to hear it, but I'm just going to give you the step by step. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, chapter 1. Oh, it lets me do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay, this is cool. And then I can download, it looks like each chapter. And here's the embedded code. So this is good for web developers. You can embed the code here. So I'm just going to click listen on chapter 1 just to see what it sounds like. Okay, I'm playing it right now, and I have to say, it sounds great. It really sounds great. Now, this is the kind of stuff we need to be doing on YouTube. So we can create these audio ebooks and we can put a lot of this stuff on YouTube. I got to dig into it a lot more, and I'll probably need to do another training just to get you guys going. But what I'd like to do is add this to a video, of course, as we go forward, and we can. I'm sure we can do all this. So we need to do that. Oh, another cool thing is, look up here. And like I said, I'm learning as you guys are going. Look at the font size. I can hit it up here, and I can make it bigger or smaller. So I like this little slide button. So this is great. So as we lose our eyesight, we can do whatever we want. So I'm going to keep playing. It let me pause it. And the commas are great. And it really is, the commas do give you a breath. They stop and then it's a mini pause basically, and it does go forward. So I'm going to play it a little bit more. I'm right now, let me see where I'm at. Let me see, I'm going to play. Okay, hang on 1 second. Now, for some reason, where you guys see it says grandpa, it doesn't matter what you think. It's what the artist thinks. Now, I thought a little glitch, so I'm going to back it up just a little bit, a few seconds, and I want to hear this again because I don't know if it did it right or if I had an error, and I want to find it right now if there is an error, because as we go forward, as you guys listen to your chapters, which you need to do, if there is a glitch or stop that shouldn't be there, we need to know. So I'm going to play it one more time. You guys, I hope, can hear this during the playback. Okay, this is really strange, and I don't know why. If you guys see this, and maybe you guys can help me out here, it stopped right here. It said, it's what? And then it paused for a couple seconds, the artist thinks. So it went, it's what? And then paused, what the artist thinks. Okay, it shouldn't have done that. There's no comma, there's no nothing here. So I'm going to play it one more time just to see. So there is something there that's a little bit different for me. So I'm playing it one more time. Okay, it's playing okay. Everything's perfect. Okay. Let me see how it does on this. Okay, this is playing. I only had that little glitch, but it sounds wonderful, guys. It's doing the pauses behind the comma, and everything's looking pretty good. And I know you guys aren't hearing anything. I hope you would, but I'm hoping, like I said, on the playback, it'll play this to you. I'm hoping it will through the audio and the mic that I have the headset on. I'm not sure, but I do want you guys to know this one looked great. So I'm going to get out of this. Let me see. I can just okay. Let's see if I can just hit the X and go back. I don't want to X all the way out, which I shouldn't. Okay, we're back here. And now I'm on chapter 2. I'll just click on chapter 2. Let's see what we got play. Okay. Okay, I want to show you guys something here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to X this out. Now when I clicked on it, and it does say chapter 2 AI program. And then it starts jumping right into the content. So when I click this, instantly, it says chapter 2 AI program. It doesn't say AI learning. It just said chapter 2 AI program. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to see if it says page 2. I hope it doesn't, because page 2 is there. If it is, I need to edit that out. So let me just back that up a little bit. Let me hit the play button again. Okay, it didn't say page 2, thank God. It just starts with big companies spend millions of dollars. And I played a little bit of this and it sounded perfect. So I'm really liking what's going on with this. It really is coming out really well. Like I said, I've had another program before I even got into Sqribble and Talkable, but I like Talkable. It has some features that are truly wonderful. I love this font drag where I can squeeze it up, make it bigger, larger, or smaller, which is great. And then I can edit it really easy too. So I'm going to go back to and see if it's possible to edit it. First of all, I want to go to page 3 just to see what it does. Let's see. Okay, it's playing perfect. Okay. Okay, that worked great. So what I'm going to do here is I had a problem with chapter 2. I had a problem with right was here. Let me see. Or it was actually chapter 1. I'm going to get this straight. So I'm going to go back and see if I can edit this. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And now let's go back and see if we can edit this, see what we can do. So I'm going to go back to home. And I want to see if we can find the profiles in the books that we just did. Create book. So I have it in here. And let's see if we can find the profiles. Let's see what that is. Okay, so that's the profiles I had there, tutorials, log out. Okay, so right off the bat, current period, I have to see exactly where my ebook went to. And I'm sure it probably either got downloaded or, okay, that's it. Let's see. Let's go back there. I know you guys aren't hearing this, but I'm trying to just get it through to you guys. So when we do the playback, it'll be much better. So I have that. Let me see now. Let's go back there. And what I need to understand is where is the book that I just did? Because I did get out of it, and I don't have the book right here. So I have to understand what we do once we formulate the book. So it's probably, has anybody used this more than I have? Because I need to understand exactly where it's at. Audiobooks, current, let me see exactly what we have. So I'm in this audio. Let's go to audio and let's see what we have there. Okay, of course, this is it. So we hit audio. And then we're going to go to edit. Specific chapter. Full book. Let's do the full book. I want to see exactly what it looks like. So go there. And I did have a problem here, and I just don't know what was going on with it. So I told him, let me see, put a few pointed, great passion, where absolutely. I think it was right here. It doesn't matter what you think. I think it was. Yeah, it was. It was right there. So there's something wrong with this. It doesn't matter what, and then I think it paused right there. Everybody was remembering, right? So what I'm going to do is, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to take that out and put a comma and see if that helps it out, because something glitched right here really bad. So I'm going to save that. Saving. And then what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm going to go back and we're going to just see if I can go to voices now and see if I can save this once again. Okay, so I'm using everything the same. Okay, it's going to make me create the audiobook again. But I'm going to go back to chapters. Go back to chapter 1 just to make sure. Chapter 1, and I'm just going to say, let me see what I've got here. I don't want to, if you had to do this every time, you're going to use up your bandwidth. So we got to be careful, but you never know until you play it. Okay, place, okay, I'm not, okay. Try, okay, the space before the quote. I think the issue was the capital U. Maybe that was it. That's a good point. Somebody's helping me out here. I like that. Type the quote. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to go back to audio, and or I'm going to go to pages, leave, and I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to do the full book. I'm going to go to chapter 1. Okay, here we are. And it said Grandpa, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to see if I have any more capitals. No, but what here, you guys see this, 7-year-old grandson. Here's a capital G. Here's a Christmas, of course. It played right through that. But I had an issue where it was like right here, Grandpa, it doesn't matter. I had a problem here where it glitched. So what I'm going to do now is just hit save. And then I'm going to actually go back and see if I had a problem like this. And if you guys are thinking about Talkable, I will help you guys through it. And I'm sure the videos will too, the training videos. But I'm going to jump right into it. And now I'm going to go to chapters. We already had voices. We had. I'm going to create an audiobook from this. So let's just try that. I'll use it up again. Okay. Conversion will take processing. So it's taking another few seconds. Okay, so the audio's been added. There it is. It only took a few seconds because it's so short. Now, some of you that have already created ebooks, you could upload your ebooks into this and have an audio ebook that would be for YouTube. This wouldn't be a bad idea if you guys have a good long book to make, or not even a long book, just a short version of something where you could do a video and audio on YouTube. It would be great. YouTube is, you can upload anything. You truly can. So you guys should be trying this out as much as you possibly can. So I only have 3 pages here. I'm going to go back here. I wish you guys could hear it. I really need that to work. But like I said, I'm going to upload it. While I'm waiting here, were you guys able to listen to the videos that I put, the little short ones? Did they help you guys at all? They were nothing real special. They were just short. I don't know if you guys are able to see those on YouTube so you guys could do some of the Sqribble training. But I know that I go back through videos a lot. When I'm watching Adil's videos, his training, I pause, replay, until I get it. That's all it takes is a lot of fast forward and rewind. That's basically it. Okay, so this is ready. So I'm going to play it again and see if I had an issue. And you guys are going to have to try this just to see if you guys have a problem too. Okay, it's playing. Okay, it's going perfect right now. Okay. Okay, we're almost there, and here we go. Okay, that fixed it. Grandpa, it doesn't matter. It's what the artist thinks. He said it perfectly. So that worked. So we do want to go in and test it. And, because I don't think we'll ever know until the audio gets dubbed onto your text. So this was one of those things you couldn't have seen it or something, but everything else seemed to work. I'm going to play it a little bit more and see if I get to any. Yeah, actually, and see if it does it there real quick. We'll see if it does it. Right here, it's coming up. Okay, so the capital blew right through. It did perfect. It was wonderful. So I have to say the audio worked perfect, except for that one little glitch. Okay, when you're here, you can see there's a play button. You guys can fast forward through it. It's playing the audio for me right now and following it through. So if I rewound this, it's going to start, right here a few weeks ago, blah, blah, blah. And of course, if I fast forward it, it's going to jump in the middle here. But you guys will be able to listen, listen, listen. And it's really important you do this. But, you just let it kind of roll with your periods and your commas and everything. And it's perfect. It does pause. It does stop. Just be careful with a lot of crazy different caricatures. You guys want to be careful with that. If you put a lot of dot, 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 and some other things, I'm not quite sure what it might do. Every software is a little bit different. So I'm going to get out of this right here, and I am going to jump back into the home. So now I understand Talkable since you guys were here with me. And look how much I used. I only used a small portion, 1,700. It says available 20,000 plus words. I've used 1,700 words. That's cool. So when I put my mouse over it, it shows me everything. I've only used 7.94%. Since I joined, I guess, Talkable, it's going to renew on May 23rd. So what that means, you guys, is your quota will reboot, basically. So use your quota up every month. Now, I like this, and this is something that you guys should be trying with YouTube. If you haven't got a free account in YouTube, go get it. Go get it because it really works well and it's so easy to actually use. Now, one thing I do want to tell you guys too is when you're in here, the tutorials. When you click on the tutorials, you're going to see a deal. And of course, he walks through it. This is only 3 minutes, this video. This one's 5. See, these are perfect 3 minutes. And he goes through it very, very well. So what I'm teaching you tonight is just a quick overview, but he gets into some pretty good depth here. Narrating your own voice. I don't think you're going to use your own voice. You can. I mean, some of you might. Some of you that are speakers and, you have a good voice. You're very good at it. Use your own voice. More power to you. Me, I'm going to use somebody else's voice. So, there's no doubt about it. Profiles, of course, that gives you your name, your language, and all the stuff, you updated. Audio is where you want to click to see all your books that you just completely, that you did. It shows how many months ago that I did this, a couple months ago. Some of the books, the Book of Armor, you guys are familiar with that. Let me jump into that. I just want to see, it's been months, it says 3 weeks. It's been longer than that, unless I quickly jumped into it. So chapter 1, okay, so chapter 1, look at this, guys. I have tons of content in here. Okay, so this is some of the stuff that I have. Now, remember, if I wanted to add, so chapter 1, page 1, 2, I want to go to there, and let's say I wanted to add a chapter. Remember, we can do that. And I can say add, and I'm going to do chapter 2, and it's going to tell me, let me see, I'm going to say Book of Armor. Oh no, I'm just going to say learning online. This is just a demo. And then it says pages 2 through 14. I'm not going to do that. Let's try something different. I want to see if it will go up. Yeah, let's do 4 through 14. What I'm doing is I want to save page 1 through 3 for chapter 2. Let's see if that works it for me. So I just created a chapter in here, and I'm hoping, 1, 2, 3 is going to be on the previous chapters because I'm just, it's going to be 4 through 14 because I'm only in chapter 2, and I could create more. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if that worked. Okay, so edit to page 3. Okay, so that said to page 3. I'm going to lower this down. Okay, that worked great. Let me see that. Yeah, so it did. So chapter 1 is pages 1 through 3. Chapter 2 is 4 through 14. And you guys know if you needed to create another chapter, you're just going to put chapter 3. This is cool. So it's really easy that you guys understand this. And then I'm just going to put, what am I doing? Marketing. So it automatically does the chapters for you, 5 through, it automatically stepped ahead for me. I'm going to hit create, and there we go. So 5 through 14. So it just keeps stepping up for me automatically, page 4. So I'm going to go back here real quick. Or no, I'm going to go into this one, and I'm going to say pages 6, update. And then I'm going to go, and then look what it did. Okay, I didn't know it would do this. So by doing this, this was cool. I actually did the one up here, and this page automatically changed for me. Now that's cool because I went ahead of the game here. Watch what I do here. I'm going to say 4 through 7, and this should change. The next chapter 3 should change to chapter or page 8. And I didn't know that would do that. So I'm going to go up to 7. I'm going to hit update. Let's watch it. Sure enough, it went to 8 automatically. Great programming on Adil and his team there. I got to say, a lot of times, most programmers wouldn't have figured that out, but it pushed it forward on the page, which was really cool. So you guys understand you can create as many chapters and as many different things as you possibly can, or chapters and have the pages within each chapter. So here we have 4 through 7, we have 1 through 3, 8 through 14, and of course we keep adding another chapter here. This is great. This is something that is really good. I'm going to jump more into this week and see what I can do to get this audiobook, see what I can do to see if I can master it with a video, see if I can get it to a video, which would be great, which I know I can. Yeah, it does look really good, you guys. I think it's a great feature that does that. So once again, we have the voices. I do want to tell you, try both of them. When you guys do get this, try the natural and the basic. The WaveNet was supposed to be more natural. The basic to me sounded pretty cool. And remember, William, English, UK, that to me was the #1 seller. We've used it before. It's kind of cool, the same voice coming out of these different products that I've been using. I actually have 2 of these services. So this is great. So as we go forward, you guys, once again, let me go back over here. I just want to show you what I did. I'm going to open up the PDF. And I could have uploaded the PDF, which would have been really cool. So if you guys have a problem making a PDF, if you have Word, do your content in Word, and then when you hit save, hit the drop down, and it will allow you to save in the docs, a doc, a PDF, whatever. So you guys can save it into it. Even if you've never used a PDF, just use Word and hit, go up to File, Save As, and you can save it into a PDF. So this is what I did. All I did was take it to a Word document. I had a text document at first, and then all I did was paste it into Word, and then I, did the Save As. I saved it in 3 different formats when I was in Word. I took it from a text. This is where I first started, and I went into Word and I saved it as a doc, and then a docs, CX, and then a PDF. Remember, you can do that in all of them. PDFs are really cool because you can, a lot of people take PDFs in most things that are out there. So this is all I did was copy and pasted it. And then there was nothing special, you guys. Since it was 3 pages, it automatically, Talkable automatically took these 3 pages and put them in. And then I was able to make the subchapters as we go forward. So that was really cool. I like that. So it worked out very, very well going forward. Now, I do want to go back real quick and just show you guys a real quick changes may not. Okay, just leave. I'm going to get out of this. And remember, go through the tutorials. I don't know how many of you have Talkable, but it's a great program and it's a wonderful program. Now, I do want to ask everybody, if you don't have Talkable, what is of all the programs that you guys have, is there anything that's kind of stopping you guys from continuing on within any of the software or the programs? Is Sqribble giving you issues? Is
some of this Sendable product or some of the other things that we have. And I'll show you here. You guys know we have the templates, we have the extra packs, we have the Fantasia. Fantasia is great. This is where you make the 3D covers and the flip books. I had to have that because that really styles it up. We have the Prime. Job Finder, I've never used a Job Finder, so honestly, I've never done that. Sqribble, of course, is our library, basically. Sendable is the mini emailer that'll help us email out. Sendable, yeah, Submitter is another product we have, Talkable, Clients, and then, of course, the training. So we have a lot of this. So the Submitter is the automatic ebook, distribution software. And then Sendable, of course, is build your list, and you can do unlimited emails within it. Now, anybody if you guys have never done emailers in the past, they take a little time. I'm not going to lie to you. They do take a little time to learn. It's a lot easier in this program to do it, to start out. How many of you have used autoresponders before? Just say yes or no in the tab there. Because yes, of course, yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Anybody else? Have you used an emailer? Because remember, I do want to tell you guys something. A little. Okay, cool, 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 cool. They have something called automations now. Get response. Cool, cool, cool. And in the old days, we used to have emailers, and we used to put, email today. You put a little button and say, email immediately, boom, or email at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It let us do that. And then it would say 2 days, 1 day, 3 days, 7 days. And then you make your list, and you could go out 100 days. And you could say on day 7, send out, and day 14, send out, day 21, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, it's called automations, which is way more advanced. But we can train you guys on that if you need to in the future. What it basically does is just advances it. If someone opens up an email that you send, then it will send them a free ebook, which is what we're doing here. It'll send them a free ebook, or it'll send them a video, a link with a video. So you can give them perks with the new autoresponders. And this is cool. You tell people, you send them an email and say, if you sign up and you put your name and address here, which you want to capture their data, you'll get a free ebook on this and this and this. You'll get a lot more people doing that. And what's cool is with the automation, you can take your ebook and store it into a drive or a file. It'll automatically send it to the people. And I know, oh boy, how do I do that? Believe me, we're going to be able to show you guys this stuff. Emailers they're only hard if you've never done them. And once you do them for about a week or so, you get more, just like anything else, you get used to it. But I'm not going to tell you you're going to learn the autoresponder in the first hour or two, because you're not. I've been doing them for 20 plus years, and they're still complicated at times. They truly are, but they're not to the point where you can't figure it out. They just change through time. But you guys got Constant Contact, you've got Aweber. People are telling me the ones they have, which is great. Okay, people are asking questions here. So what do you do? Let me see. Okay, on YouTube, do you turn your talkable books into videos? That's what I'm going to get into, Nancy, and see what we can do about uploading the audio to a video. I'm going to see, in some of my other programs, it has both. We can do the video and the audio, same as this, but I can upload the audio at the same time with a video. And it's really cool. You just upload it and it does a lot of the work for you, where I can do it instantly. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to take Talkable and put it into an ebook, of course. And I'm going to work on that through the week and through the weekend, see what I can do for next week. They are not as hard to learn as WordPress. Anybody who has WordPress, and I just had a programmer ask me if I wanted to do WordPress. And I gracefully said, are you kidding me? Now, if you're doing WordPress right now and you're used to WordPress, God bless you. I've done WordPress for many, many years too. But unless you're a programmer, unless you know back offices, it's kind of software that's been driven for 20 plus years, and it's a system that's not as easy as, say, some of these drop and drag systems that are out there. And everybody has a drop and drag system now. You can get them from all these web builders, and I won't promote any of these web builders, but some of them that I do use, they're so much easier. WordPress has more functionality because you can add so many different plugins. And when I say plugins, you can add, the automated autoresponders, and you can add GetResponse, you could add eWeber, you could add a variety of different things. You can add, calendars. You can do anything that makes it magic. But let me tell you something. How many people actually use everything? And I know because I've been a programmer forever, and I've actually built tons and tons of programs and businesses, and most people will never go to that level. And I think that's the problem with developers and software. They don't think what the end user is going to actually use. Now, I am going to give Adil a perk here, because his software here is it is very AI driven, and it's smart enough to let us all use it. Now, if we had to really get in there and do a lot more programming and the functionality was difficult, we'd bail. We'd all bail out, but it's not. Sqribble is easy. Sqrindle is easy. Talkable is easy. Now I got to get more into the Sendable and the Submitter and some of these other things that I haven't really tested out too much with. But I love the products. I love the templates. I love the packs. The first thing I did when I first joined and I sold my $2,700 ebook is I got the templates, and then and I didn't have all the tools then, you guys. I just had the basic templates, and I instantly bought the Fantasia because I thought, oh boy, I'm going to sell this book for $2,700. I better have a 3D cover and a flip book, and that's what I did basically. And then I did the video ebook, I should say. I did the video ebook, and the rest was history, and I was able to sell it. So we can be very creative here. We got a lot of smart people in the program here. I've talked to a lot of you guys on the side. I know I worked with Percy. I worked with Lynn. I've worked with a lot of you guys, and you guys have taught me a few things here. So I really do appreciate everybody in here. And please give me your input. I really would appreciate it, because as smart as we think we are, we're never smarter than the next guy. Always remember that. There's always somebody that comes in that knows much more than you do. And that's good, because we should all take that and just, take what they know, run with it, and know more, basically. So, okay, so as we've seen here, is there anybody that has a question on any of the software that you guys are, are using right now? Is there anything? Okay, somebody's asking a question. Okay, yeah, and I see that what you guys are talking about. Now, let me ask you this: are any of you guys doing any programs right now? Are you trying to upsell your ebooks, or have you not got to that point yet to try to make an ebook and upsell it through YouTube? Because you guys can build a huge clientele on YouTube, and we really need to help you with that. That's one thing we need to get you into to kind of get you going. You need a couple videos, which you guys can do very quickly. You guys can take content and just run with it. Really, you can. So we need to show you guys how to do a video within this program right here. That's basically what we need to do. Yes, and someone's saying you never want to be the smartest person in the room, and you're right. You never want to be that person. You want to be the person that can admit their faults, which I have many, 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 but run with it. And who cares? I don't care. I make mistakes only because I learn. And that's really where it's all at. And see, people are asking questions here. And if you are looking at an autoresponder out there, just let us know. We'll try to get you the best one. There's some of them that let you use them for free, actually, too. So, okay, video on how to set up YouTube. Yeah, I can do that. And upload an ebook. We can do that. And Yvonne just asked that question. How many of you would like a training on how to set up YouTube, upload the videos, and set it up? Because with YouTube, it's got some pieces to it where you got to set up your pictures, your bio, so to speak. It's not hard. It's just there's a few little pictures. You can go into YouTube and say how to set up my YouTube, and there's a ton of videos that show you how to set it up. But I can do the training here also. Okay, is there a way for Talkable to text to pre-done video? That's what I'm going to be looking at too, is how I can use Talkable onto a pre-video. I'm going to dig in here, and I can make anything work. I just got to see if it's much easier. And I'm going to get together with some of the programmers within the program here and see what the best way to do it. Yes, okay, YouTube. Okay, a lot of you guys are asking for YouTube. How many more want YouTube? Do you guys want, to me, I think YouTube is probably your best place to start advertising. It truly is. Because you can put your ebook anywhere, but who's going to find it? YouTube, people are going through there and, they're being found just left and right. And it actually works, you guys. YouTube is simply amazing. And you can put your videos out there. So I would advise you guys, if I'm not here, please, you guys can do that. Okay, and I see what you're saying here on some of the stuff here. Somebody's saying there's other programs out there, but it better keep Talkable into the format here, of course. No, but a lot of people are asking questions here. I'm trying to get to all of them, you guys. Of course, a lot of you guys want to try YouTube. I do understand that, and go from there. Let me ask you this. Anybody who has, of all of you guys out there, who has started an ebook and has over, say, 3 pages? Just put a thumbs up or put yes, and then put no if you haven't, so I can get an idea. And I'm not targeting anybody. I'm not gonna name your name or anything. I just want to understand. Okay, we're getting a lot of yeses. We're getting a few no's, so that's okay. That's okay. So if you guys do have, content out there, that's great. That's all I can say is really great. Okay, you got about 5 or 6. Yes, okay. Somebody's got around 5, 6 books, 3 books. Oh, wow. You guys are doing great. Good for you. Well, this is something then we may want to try with some of the stuff you guys have in here. So if you guys want to see I'm creating free ebooks, okay, good. And I'll send it. Oh, yeah. Send me that book, Yvonne, when you're ready. And if you guys don't have Talkable, whoever wants to send me an ebook, I'll throw it into Talkable and I'll export the file. So until my quota runs out. So if anybody doesn't have Talkable and wants their ebook put into Talkable, I'll take the first people that send it into my email address. So if you guys have my email address here, I'll give it to you again. I will take it and just do it for you for free, of course. And then you guys, okay, let's just do that. Okay, you guys got my email. So just send it to me and I will, I'll do the upload. I'll edit it as much as I can and see if I can make you the audio. That way you guys will have your audio and we'll get you ready for either a video or YouTube. Either one way or another, we're going to get it out there. So get that for me, you guys. And you'll, like I said, Yvonne, you can send me yours in if you're ready. I'll do yours. Nance, anybody. It would be great. Percy, good job. I see that you got quite a few books you got going there. Great, great job. You've created ebooks for friends, I see too. Wonderful. People love it when you do things for them. They truly do, and that's a great idea. Do some ebooks for friends, and do some ebooks for some of your, some of the people. It's not a bad idea to do something on the history of a family. My family was raised here, and with so many brothers and sisters, and just a little overview, even a 1 to 3 page book. It'd be kind of a cool gift to give somebody. Put a nice picture on it. You can upload a picture of the family and send it to them. It would be really cool. So you can kind of do a history of the family on an ebook, just anything, just for practice. I'm just trying to get you guys out there to really get motivated and started on different things that you guys could possibly do. You made an ebook for, okay, that is wonderful. Oh, that is great. Somebody just mentioned they made a book for their grandfather or the grandchildren. Wonderful idea. And I love some of the holistic things people are doing. Somebody's doing it on mountaineering, travel. People are sending in to me. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here, you guys, that you guys are actually doing. So all in all, you guys, I'm writing down here, what's the main thing you guys would like to be trained on here for, let's just say hypothetically for next week? What would be the best training for you guys? Is it YouTube? Is it more Talkable? Is it YouTube, the videos basically with audio? You guys tell me, because I know right now YouTube's a big one that you guys are wanting. And we really need to jump into something that'll help you guys market and give you action. You guys need some action. So we need to get you on YouTube and get you some action going. Because YouTube works for everybody. And I love YouTube. So troubleshoot, okay. Yes, 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 Tracy, we can. We can do that, no problem. Okay, a lot of people are saying YouTube. I think that's the winner. So I need to say set up YouTube. And then I'm going to jump back into Talkable and see what I can do with it too, you guys. I'm going to see exactly how I can make it a video. I'm writing all the notes down as we speak. Make a video, but we'll do as much as we possibly can as we go forward. YouTube, of course. Okay. Who has, let me ask you this. Who has, of the templates, who has the extra packs? Does anybody have the extra packs within Sqribble? Okay. Okay, okay. Keep going, you guys. It's really important. I want to kind of see it because the packs are great. If you don't have the packs, that is something you guys may want to look at too. And I'm not here to upsell you or anything. I'm just telling you, if you really want to get serious on some of your books, some of them are great. To do, you know, done for you, the journals are great. The journals are great. The templates are great, you guys. Quarantine edition, done for you books, motivational quotes, Tangram. But I like a lot of these. They worked out really, really good. The coloring pack. If you have children, grandchildren, whatever, these are wonderful. You could get these printed up. You could make the books, go down to a Staples or an Office Depot or whatever service you have in your country and start having things for the kids. These are really good. And I'll open them up real quick just so you guys get an idea real quick. I know with my kids, I spent more money on books than toys any day. My kids read more books than I could possibly believe. So let me just see what this has here. And these are coloring books, so they're really good. I mean, boy, this you know, these kind of things are just unbelievable. And it doesn't cost much to get a black and white picture done. So if you guys went down, it's probably a nickel, you know, have all the packs editing. Good job. So we'll have to do more for you as we possibly can. Oh, you made some little books, Tracy. Great job. I love it. All right, someone gave them to their kids, made a couple books out of these packs. Wonderful. These are detailed. Some of them are really detailed. Love the lighthouse. Kids would spend all day doing this. So if you're trying to keep your kids entertained, you got it right here. This would keep them entertained for a long time. So remember, let's start going to some of the different products that we have in here and start using them, you know, for anything here. For any of the books that you guys are writing too, make sure you try to get it into Sqribble if you can, so you can get your book out, you know, out there. And people were asking, what happens when you, like, you have a project and you download it and you get the URL. You guys can do that. Let me just see what we have here. You can download it. My books are starting to pick up here. There's a lot of people that have a lot more books than I have, but you know, you're really here to make some money. So what I'm going to try to do is go back through some of the books I've already made, and I'm going to use YouTube, and I'm going to see what I can do with Talkable also to create a book. See what I can do with the audio and turn it into another video. Because my book before was just a flip book that I was able to record and just flip the book. That's not a true book with voice, and that's truly what I need. I need to do something that has the voice also. That's very, very important. Is there a watermark feature in Sqribble? Good point. You know, I don't know if there is. Does anybody know if there's a watermark feature within Sqribble? Does anybody use that? Oh, somebody made a book, a 50-page for kids coloring book. Wow. Great job, Yvonne. And, okay, is there a watermark? Yeah, I don't know, Lynn. We're going to find out. I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. I don't think so. Percy, you know, it's a good question. For some reason, I thought I saw it, but I use so many programs, I'm not even sure. But I don't think there is either. I really don't. But we'll see what we can possibly do, you guys, as we go forward. So my advice to anybody out there, if you haven't written a book yet, just get a couple pages up and send anything you have to me if you want me to help you out with it. And if you need help and you don't want me to bring you in on the meeting, I'll still look at it and give you my opinion on it. If you don't mind and you want to send it to me and I'll take it to a meeting and we'll do a critique of it, that's fine. Because the critiques are good. We all need critiques, believe me. I'm not a great writer. I just keep going back and keep rewriting everything that I'm doing. Okay, if there's no other questions, you guys, it's getting late. Is there any other questions you guys have for me before we close the meeting tonight? Is there anything? You guys have asked some great questions, given me a lot of feedback. I truly appreciate it. And a lot of people making coloring books. God, I didn't, just from saying that, a lot of people came in and said they'd made a lot of books. There's about 15 of you that made books. That's wonderful. Yeah, make your watermark part of the background. You could upload a picture with a watermark on it. Good point, Percy. Good point. All right, you guys. I appreciate everybody here. We're going to call it a night. So next week, I am going to focus on YouTube. So what I want you to do is just get a chance, go look at YouTube. It's really, really easy. It's free. And in my opinion, it is the best place to advertise. Google is really, Google's where a lot of the big businesses advertise, but Google really is difficult. They will get you going, then all of a sudden they can shut you down. It can cost you a fortune within Google. My advice is don't do Google. Unless you're a pro and you really know Google and how to advertise, don't do it at all. Where YouTube is pretty much free. You can get your books out there and you get your videos out there for free. And then advertising, we can do other methods as we go forward. So, okay, enough of that. I thank everybody for being on the Sqribble call tonight. We will see you next Tuesday. I appreciate all of you. And have a great evening, good morning, good evening, and all that. Have a great week, you guys, and we'll speak next week. Take care, everybody. Good night.